Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for December. I hope you're doing well. I would like to take a quick second to remind everybody that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Virgo out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Virgo, get in where you fit in. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Virgo? Virgo. All right, Virgo, you are starting out with Justice. You have the Six of Swords in the reverse and the Queen of Wands. So there's something that you're looking for karmic justice in. This could be something with regard to legalities. You could be involved in some legal situation. You feel stuck in the situation. It's a chaotic situation and you really want to move forward, but you can't for some reason. With the Queen of Wands here, though, I do feel like you're being proactive and I feel like you're doing everything that you need to do with regard to the situation. I'm also seeing that your energy here is really good. People enjoy being around you. You're coming out with a very dynamic energy, charismatic. It looks like you have this, like a little bit of a come up here. You're looking good. People are loving to, be in your presence. So I like your energy there, very charismatic. Let me see, and very proactive here, especially with regard to this chaotic situation. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Virgo's energy. Show me who is in Virgo's energy, please. All right, so we have the Chariot in the reverse. This person could live at a distance from you, but they don't have to. We have the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and the Page of Wands. All right, so the person that's in your energy, they're feeling a little stuck right now. They're unable to completely move forward. So like I said, this person could live at a distance. With the King of Pentacles, though, I do like their energy. They're showing up as being very stable. You may have known this person for a little while. I do think that they are a hard worker, somebody that, does well financially, is very steady, very grounded, a very grounded person. This person could be younger than you, but they don't have to be. With the Page of Wands, you will be hearing from this person. Let me see the energy between Virgo and this person. For some of you, this is someone new. Six of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, there's something unbalanced here between the two of you, and there is a need for you to seek some sort of advice here, especially if there's legal matters involved. There's a need for you to seek some advice because this situation between you and this person is not moving forward. For some of you, this is somebody that are you married to this person? For some of you, you might be married to this person, or you could just be asking for karmic justice here. There's something to do with a decision. You need clarity in a decision to bring balance to the situation, and there's a need to get advice. But between you and this person, it's an unequal situation. It's not balanced. There's something imbalanced about this. Let me see what's affecting this situation. Show me what's affecting this situation for Virgo. The Queen of Swords. Interesting. So your boundaries are up. Yeah, your boundaries are definitely up with this person. I feel like you're open to talking to them, though. Because usually the Queen of Swords has the sword up, and in this particular deck, she does not. Again, it's an energy of very attractive. So you're showing up here as very attractive, but your boundaries are up. The Queen of Swords is known as the divorce queen. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's been hurt in the past, and that's why her boundaries are so strong. I do feel like there's a need for communication because you're trying to, and it's clear, honest communication that needs to take place here. Let me see. Show me the outcome for Virgo. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, that communication's coming in. I feel like this person is going to communicate with you, though. And I feel like it's going to be rather impulsive. There's something that's on their mind, something they want to say to you. And I do feel like they're going to come at you rather impulsively. Now, you might be looking at this person and thinking they're a bit of a player. Yeah, you might be thinking they're a player. So, or it could be an on and off situation as well. I do feel like you're attracted to this person, though. And them to you. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups in the reverse. That's underlying energy, Virgo, and that does indicate that either you're having a difficult time walking away from this situation, or one of you has walked away from the situation, is now returning. So let's clarify your reading. Spirit, why is justice here for Virgo? I feel like you're genuinely trying to do the right thing. Oh, you're wanting justice because you've been holding a grudge against this person for something that was deceitful. Whatever was deceitful, this person could have stolen money from you even, for somebody out there. Wow. And if so, that deceit has them stuck in chaos. But it unfortunately has you stuck as well. You're trying to let this go. You're trying to be open. You're trying to do the right thing. But there's something to do with some deception here that created an imbalance in this connection. So if you weren't honest with them, I feel like you're trying to do the right thing now. But it feels more like your boundaries are up because you feel like they're dishonest. Again, there's a need for you to seek counsel, especially if there's legalities, because somebody could be trying to, you know, pull something sneaky on you. Let me see why the Six of Swords is in the reverse. All right, we have Judgment and the Knight of Pentacles. You're proceeding carefully. Yeah, this is a chaotic situation. You're proceeding very carefully, very slowly. You're trying to make good judgment calls here. But you're moving forward. You're just doing it very carefully, very carefully. Let me see why the Queen of Wands is here. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Cancer sign is here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, let me see why this Queen of Wands is here for Virgo. Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Coins. I feel like you have strong support of close friends or family. I do feel like when this person reaches out to you, you will talk to them, most likely via text, but not necessarily. But a lot of you guys are very attracted to somebody new. There's someone new in your energy. And so you're trying to clear something up from the past, something that involved deceit. You're trying to release it, let it go, get honest with the situation. But it's a chaotic situation that you're just not able to move away from just yet. The progress with this is very, very slow, and you're having to proceed very carefully. But I feel like what you're proceeding towards is someone new that you feel like could go the distance. Somebody that you feel you could have a long-term connection with, that you're very attracted to. So let me see who this is in your energy. Spirit, why is a Chariot in reverse? Some blaming energy here. Queen of Wands reverse. Now you're showing up as the Queen of Wands in the upright. So this person is basically blaming you for the imbalance here. And it does look like there's something to do with finances. But they're saying, no, it's all your fault. It's all Virgo's fault. Virgo caused this situation. Virgo caused things to be unbalanced. Virgo caused a financial loss. This person's already made up their mind that it's you. And they've dug in their heels as well. Yeah, they've really dug in their heels, but it's not going to go well for them. Let me see why the King of Pentacles is here. There's a history with this person and they're holding on to that history. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords reverse. Yeah, they can't even say that you are open to talk. It's almost like they're projecting something here, because you're clearly open to talking with them because you do want to move this forward. You do want to get out of this chaos. But they're saying, no, you abandoned me. You rejected me. I was steady. I was solid. You cut me out. And so you're open to talking to them, but they're not. They're not. This person is projecting, and they may have been the one who cut you out. But I do feel like if they did, if they cut you out, they're basically saying it was your fault. You caused it. If you cut them out, they're saying you created all of this problem. Now, you're trying to work this out. You're trying to do the right thing. You feel like you're dealing with somebody that's dishonest, and you're very guarded here, but you're trying to move it forward very slowly, move it forward, making good judgment calls here because you have somebody else in your energy, but this person over here is not having it. They're very angry. They're very angry. Let me see. Let me see the Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? There could be somebody new in their energy too, so I don't know why they're so out of sorts. Ace of Swords, the Emperor in reverse. Ooh, that's not good. All right, so the Emperor in reverse is not a very nice character. You have the Emperor in reverse. You have the Queen of Swords in reverse. The Emperor in reverse is somebody who's a control freak. They want to control this situation. So I do feel like you're going to hear from them. They're going to try to act like everything is clear, everything is honest, but in truth, they're trying to control this situation. And it's because they feel like they're out of control. And they are absolutely out of control. They're being very unkind. They're being very, very mean-tempered here. This is somebody who tries to present themselves as an emperor when in fact they're a page. Yeah, and they're very, very controlling. So they feel like if they can't control you, they're going to try to control the narrative. And basically that's where we're seeing that it's all your fault. Everything here happened is your fault. Now, I'm not agreeing with that because I don't see that. I see you trying to do the right thing here. I see you open to communication, trying to move this forward and get out of all this chaos. But because I feel like you have other things going on and you just want to move forward. But this person feels they've lost control. So now they're going to try to control the narrative if they can't control you. Let me see the energy between Virgo and this person. Okay, so now we know who's coming back. Ace of Cups reverse. Yeah, this person's going to be returning, but they're returning holding a grudge. They're returning in a very bitter way. Queen of Wands in reverse is just mean-tempered and, you know, not somebody like throws tantrums and is very, very cutting, very, not somebody you like to be around. This person is coming back in. This is somebody you had a love relationship with. There was a lot of deceit. And I feel like you've released this person. You've let them go. There could be legality still, you know, involved with this. And if there are, in particular, if there's legalities, you need to consult somebody here, Virgo, because there's a need for this advice in order to bring balance to the situation, particularly if this person has stolen from you in some form. Could have just been that they stole time. I don't know. But they're coming back in. And I feel like it's going to be impulsive, and you don't trust them for anything. Why is the Queen of Swords here? You could be dealing with an Aries. I think I said that already, but Aries is very strong. The Lovers and the Magician. Yeah, you're moving towards your manifestations. Now, you could be trying to placate this person. You could be trying to, you know, move this along and get it out of the chaos. There could be a little bit of manipulation, but I feel like ultimately you're trying to engage them. You're trying to talk to them, and you're trying to be honest. You are definitely manifesting, you know, an end to the chaos, an end to this situation. And that's why you are open to talking with this person. I don't feel like you want to talk to them. I feel like you're open to it. In their energy, this person feels like you abandoned them, that you cut them out. It's all your fault. They feel like you may have chosen somebody over them as well with the Lovers here. There was a choice. But ironically, I feel like this person has a choice as well, or did have a choice, and I feel like they also went in another direction. But this is somebody who is very angry, very, very angry. So while you're open to talking, and you know what? This new person could be telling them, you know, don't talk to Virgo. Virgo's going to do this and Virgo's going to do that. So that could be affecting the situation as well. Let me see this Knight of Wands. Show me the outcome for Virgo. Show me the outcome here for Virgo. All right, Virgo. Page of Cups reversed. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Wands. So you're both going to wind up single. I feel like you're going through some sort of separation or possibly even a divorce with this person. You're both going to wind up single, okay? Independent. Your finances are going to both be fine. But there's something here that has to be discussed. I feel like this person's impulsively going to come towards you, although they're planning to actually come towards you. They are planning to return to this situation. But the reason they're planning to return is financial. Oh, wow. It's financial, and it has to do with them coming back in to control the situation. See, they're still wanting to be single, and it could be because they have a new beginning elsewhere, and that person, maybe they didn't tell this person because they're obviously trying to control the narrative. So you don't know what they've told this person, but this person is trying to tell them, hey, you don't need to be talking to Virgo. I don't know. But they're coming back in for financial gain, and they're trying to control the situation. So just be very careful. I feel like in your energy, you have the option of several people. I do see two new people in your energy. One you will accept, the other you will not. I'm also seeing that you're thinking about things from a long-term perspective and a financial perspective. I think that you're going to be putting your finances over your heart at this particular time, but you are also very much led by passion. I do see you remaining single here. I do see that there's going to be communication between you and this person, but I feel like you have no love lost for this person that's coming back into your energy because you feel that they're a player, or it's been an on and off situation. They are coming towards you though. They're actively making plans to either show up or to come back in your energy or to contact you in some manner. At the end of the day, it's probably going to be impulsive, but keep in mind that their major goal here is financial gain, and it's also to control the narrative. And they do have someone in their ear. So I feel like you have no love lost for this person at this point. You just want to get out of whatever this chaos is and complete some sort of a cycle, whether it's legal or whether it's like karmic justice. You're just you're manifesting a completion of that. So look at that. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. That's in your outcome. So yeah, this person's coming towards you. And I feel like they're coming towards you quickly. They're coming towards you in a impulsive manner. And I do feel like they're for a few of you, they may be trying to reconcile with you. I don't see that you'll do that. But I don't feel like for most of you that's the case. I feel like there's somebody else in their energy. They want you to know that. And there's something financial. Because see, you're working towards your 10 of coins. And here we have the 9 of coins plus that Ace of Pentacles. That makes the 10 of coins. So this person, there's financial gain involved in this in some manner. Yep. So just be careful, Virgo. Be very careful about this person. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card and we'll see if there's any further advice. Stepping into stillness. My power is born in the majesty of silence. Give me a second and I'm going to read that for you. I don't think I've ever pulled that card before. Give me a second. All right, it says, take a moment to enter into the silent, deep place within you. Be still, let everything go, and focus on what is truly important. Imagine spiraling down into the source of your essence. Breathe deeply. Allow your body to relax into the present moment, the here and the now. What the universe wants you to know. Deep within you is an inner sanctuary. Having this inner peace, however, doesn't mean that there isn't chaos or disharmony around you. It means that no matter what is occurring in your life, you can observe it from a place of stillness. Surrender to the sweet energy of quietude. Avoid the temptation to embrace the drama and urgency of life. Affirm that you have all the time you need. Power is born in stillness, and your potential is dramatically expanding in the majesty of silence. Ooh, that's pretty deep. So some questions to ask yourself. What do I need to stop or surrender in my life? How can I enter into my inner stillness? As I become still, what will expand in my life and what will contract? All right. I hope that this has been helpful for you, Virgo. Make sure that if you are going through anything that is legal, that you do get advice regarding that. But I hope this has helped. If you have resonated with this, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Virgo, know that you are loved, and namaste.